Hello, everyone. So I've been taking the extended break from social media. There's been lots going on in my world, mostly exciting, very exciting, a lot of things. However, I've needed lots of rest here lately. Let's just be completely honest, right? So Wellness Wednesday. Yesterday, didn't get around to doing it. Last night, some Discover Columbus and women and I went to a Korean barbecue, which was a ton of fun. We got to learn how they make everything. The server was super great about showing us how to do it, and it was yummy. So this morning I'm morning after sake and enjoying life. But I wanted to hop on here real quick. Wellness Wednesday, a day late. We're on week 9. And I am down 12 pounds. I'm very excited. Today, I just want to focus on that part of it, not on all of the other stuff. We've talked in other Wednesdays about everything that goes into Wellness Wednesday. It's not just losing weight. It's not just physical, right? There's so much that goes into it. But today, I will really want to focus on that part of it. When we feel like the outside of us does not match the inside of us. And what I mean by that, I have a lot of successes under my belt. I am super friendly. I am very successful in social settings. I've been very successful in business, and there's a lot of things that I do very well. I'm courageous. I'm spunky. I'm go. I've got grit, right? The physical part of things is something that I couldn't quite wrap my head around and couldn't quite do, even though I've been a personal trainer. I've been certified. I'm actually going through the certification again right now. Work out, sometimes not as much as I need to, right? But the reality is there's a lot going against me. Now, am I perfect at what I do? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, right? I still eat way too many processed foods. I still eat way too much sugar, even though that's much better. But the reality is I have a lot going against me as far as my body. I had a complete hysterectomy at 28. So my body's hormones are completely out of whack. I've dealt with anxiety and depression, and medications has caused weight gain. There's a lot there. There's been multiple abdominal surgeries. There's digestive issues that cause rapid weight. I'm all over the place, right? And so choosing to go on this shot was not taken lightly, because my entire life I've always felt like if I did anything to aid this role, right, this losing weight kind of thing, if I did anything to do it, if I helped myself in any way, it would be cheating, because I still have in my head that it's a self-control thing and I'm just ridiculous because I can't do it, right? And I want to talk about that aspect of it right here for a second. We have started to realize so much about the body and so much about fight, flight, freeze, and fawn modes. Constantly being in a mode where we're trying to just survive, right? Not move forward. That's where I've been most of my life. There's a ton of chronic pain that comes with that. There's a ton of inflammation. All of that wreaks havoc on the body in a lot of different ways. So when I'm saying, and we've talked about cortisol, and we've known for a long time that cortisol carries belly fat, right? And it's not just as simple as turn it off. When the stress is coming from in here, from wiring and from not understanding what it is that we're supposed to be doing, and wrong thought processes and that kind of thing. The stress is internal. It's not something that we can just turn off, go get another job, that kind of thing. The stress comes from up here. And so working through all of that and discovering authentically coming into alignment with who we are, and working with people who allow us to really start to identify who we are and be intentional about moving forward where we are meant to go, right? Obviously I haven't done this in a while. Scheduling things and planning things and that kind of thing that are in alignment with our energy and with what we want, and not just what we think other people want, right? Especially women. It's no wonder our body carries so much extra weight. We're so inflamed. We have so much cortisol racing through our brains. Our hormones are all jacked up. There's so much that goes along with this. So the shots are my way of saying, you know what? You have tried really hard. I love you so much to everything. I'm going to give you something that helps this process. Just like when I was really struggling with anxiety and depression, I gave myself medicine to help with that process, right? This is not what I identify with. I do not identify with being overweight. I know who I can be. I know my energy. I know my strength, right? And being overweight does not match that. Does it mean that I don't love myself? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And there are times that I get dressed and I look good and I stand in front of a mirror. I'm like, damn girl, right? I do love myself. I do love, but I'm also allowed to move forward and want something else for myself. And I'm allowed to accept help. And so that's what these are doing for me. I am so excited at the mental clarity that's kind of coming along with this, that I'm not constantly thinking about food and that dopamine hit that comes from food. I am very excited about where I'm headed. And this morning, standing in front of the mirror in my little leather skirt, I felt really, really good, right? But I also wanted to talk about Sherry and Sherry's organization. I know that you can get these shots in different places. They're kind of all the rage right now. Sherry is awesome. Sherry is super compassionate. The doctor that I work with is super compassionate. And Sherry makes it very, very, very easy to be able to come in, get the shots, you get 4 at a time, that kind of thing. You really ramp up the first month. I have not had any side effects. I know some people have, and you have to kind of monitor that, the amount that you do and that kind of stuff. Sherry is super easy to get a hold of. She's super compassionate. She uses them as well. So she knows the whole thing, right? Guys, I really, really, really would recommend, if this is something that you want to look into, if you want to identify more with your body to match what's happening in here, right? And the growth and who you are authentically and that kind of stuff, I really recommend reaching out to Sherry with Weight Loss for Life. I do want to point out, I am receiving these shots so that I share my story, okay? And so that's very important for me to point out there. However, it's also not only me sharing my story, it's me sharing the authentic version of my story. And this is where I'm at. And so I am excited. I hope you guys are excited. And whatever you're doing, I encourage you on Wednesdays to really look at how you can be more well in a myriad of different ways, whichever way that you need to work on. And if you need some help, identifying who you are, if you need some help identifying what it is that you're wanting to do and building a plan and being intentional and going for that, I'm accepting coaching clients. If you need some help, I'm happy to do that. Guys, we've got this. It's an amazing day. I'm ready for the warmer weather again, but today is an amazing day. Let's do it. Have a great day.